Hey there, this is Mevlut from Vanmar. We are here at the 2025 NMEA Expo, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Vanmar and what we do and why we are exist in the first place. So here you see our ecosystem, which consists of whatever you need on board to for peace of mind, to keep your boat safe. So of course it starts with our hub, which is the brains of the system, and it has a global connectivity built in, and it's made for harsh marine environments, and its main job to track the location of your boat 24/7 and connect with these wireless sensors, and then of course track your battery voltages. So here you see our wireless detectors. We got motion detectors, temperature and humidity sensors, our smoke detector, our standalone battery sensors for your extra batteries, our smart plug to turn on and off AC devices, our high water sensor, and our entry sensor, and of course, lastly, our NMEA 2000 adapter, which will give you engines, tanks, and more from your network. So just to give you a sense of how easy it is to get set up with Vanmar, I just want to show you our unboxing. So this is our Vanmar Gateways boxing, and when you open the box, we will immediately met with our second generation of Vanmar Gateway. Here you go. And we got a cute little sticker for your boat that you can use. Of course, we have the user manuals and all the stuff required in here. But as you see, we only have two cables. One for the power, which directly connects to your battery. It can be either 12 or 24 volts. We have a little GPS antenna, which is really easy to install. And then we have a mounting kit, which has the Velcros or the screws if you want to screw the thing in. So it's that easy. And of course, here's the Vanmar app. Right out of the gate, you can see the real-time location of your boat. And if you want to see more, you can always zoom in, just like this. It's really precise. And you can browse your location history just by selecting a date. And here, I got activity in those hours. So if I scroll my finger around here, I can see the exact position, speed and course and everything at that particular time. It's just that easy. Going back to the main screen, we have door sensors, and as you may have noticed, the door sensors looking different. And that is because you can even set how your door sensor looks depending on your use. So it's a tiny detail, but it really gives a perspective on how we look at this. And we also have the cabin motion detector, which is this arm. That is because I'm in onboard mode. So if I'm leaving my boat, I just flip the switch to protection mode, and it automatically arms all the door and motion detectors and also applies the geofence around the boat so that I know if my boat leaves that perimeter. Back to the onboard mode, and right behind it we have the build sensor, we have the battery readings from our gateway. You can see the trajectory just like this. You can set low voltage and high voltage warning thresholds so that you can receive an alarm. And we have the temperature and humidity. Again, you get the custom warning levels for humidity and temperature. And then we have the data coming from the NMEA. So we support a lot of data points from the NMEA. Just by plugging this device in, you're able to get whatever you have on your network. Starting with the engines, of course. And if you have a battery monitoring system like Victron, Masterwall, any type of those work with this one. So you get the state of charge, state of health, time remaining, and more. Also, you get to see the tank levels that you have. We also recently started supporting the heat sources so that you can know the exhaust gas temperature, freezer temperature, cabin temperatures. So another cool feature is if you have an NMEA 2000 enabled digital switches on board, we get to show you the status of your digital switches. So if you click on it, it will require some biometric verification. So when you enter, you just require to present your face to the Face ID. Okay, here we are. Of course, we have a little bit of a warning to use it with caution. And here you go. You see all of your switches in a single page, and then you can manipulate with your just touches. For example, let's turn the refrigerator on, just like this. Of course, these switches come to us as a 1, 2, 3, 4 switches. We don't know the names yet, but you can always customize the switches, writing their name and picking an icon that fits most. And that's it. We also present you the environmental parameters right at the top. So the data coming from your wind sensors, your depth transducers and atmospheric pressure, sea temperature, all of the environmental stuff is also available on the app. And we're really excited to present Vanmar wireless camera to the market. So it's a wireless camera that's easy to install. It'll last like 4 to 6 months depending on the usage. So it'll give you the peace of mind without requiring more wiring and drilling on board. And we have a live demo here, just special for the NMEA conference. This boat is in Istanbul. It's thousands of miles away from here. But we only install our gateway and our NMEA adapter to this boat. And just by doing it, we are able to see all the digital switches, all the batteries, all the tanks, right out of the gate. And also we have the wind, depth, and all the environmental stuff. So let's try to turn the switches on and off. So here I have the interior lighting. As you see, the interior lights has turned on, but of course the camera will switch to night mode. And I can just turn on the spreader lights, the cockpit lights as well. And another cool feature is I can also just talk to my boat and do this stuff. Let's try that. Hey Siri, turn all lights off.
Navigation lights has been turned off. Spreader lights has been turned off. Cockpit lights has been turned off. Underwater lights has been turned off. Interior lighting has been turned off.
Okay, so just to give you a brief idea about the pricing that we have right now, we have the Vanmar gateway on sale for $549, and we have all of the other sensors starting from $79 to $99. We also have the NMEA 2000 adapter at $299, and I want to point out this is a wireless connection between the Vanmar gateway and the NMEA adapter, so the Vanmar gateway doesn't have to be near your NMEA backbone. That saves you money on cabling as well. So if you want to go with the additional battery sensors other than the NMEA, you just pay $139 for each individual battery sensor. And I just want to point out another extra feature, which this battery sensor and this smart plug works as an extender when you want to extend your network and extend the range of your boat. If we're talking about bigger boats, it will be a really handy feature. That's actually what it's all about Vanmar. We are so excited to be here and hoping to meet with more boaters around the world soon.